happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Go ahead.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's to the former Cowboy. It's Cedric Wilson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dorrance Armstrong tracks him down way in the backfield for a loss of 16. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give to Pollard running left. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of it first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Here's a veteran. It's Ronald Jones. A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Ready?
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke round. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Now it's Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Dolphins take over
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hill going to go in motion right. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd down and 6 now. Pollard gets it off the option. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Cooks motions to the left. No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
In motion left goes Cooks. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here we go. Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Pollard again. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Let's go.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Lamb in motion left. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where the quarterback has to move the turnovers to the back of his mind and focus on the present. And that's a good throw there to pick up a first down.
No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Hey, Cluster, six. Ready?
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Okay, ready?
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Option play. Here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Cowboys 7, Dolphins 0.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Okay.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And Lance now to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Sheds off the... And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We just saw...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Ready, set. Going to be rail.
Lance now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Black open.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Ready, shot. Ready, shot.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua on the move to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
20.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 10. Running right, here's A-Chain. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Tua. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Tua going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Second down, Pollard again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That second down play nets a -4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Go ahead. 21G, 21G.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Lamb in motion left. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Flushed out right. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
16 more on that one and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A-chain here. They stay on the ground. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown, Dolphins! Elijah Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here this 3rd quarter now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
So from the 37, here's second down and 8. Now Lance. And his throw here is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Throwing now is Lance. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a play fake. Lance rolling to his left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 5. Here's Lance.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A field goal from this spot will be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Lance looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. On play action, Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And quickly they get to the line. On second down, it's Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Let's go now.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Cooks flashing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Cowboys 14, Dolphins 7.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. DeMarvion Overshown in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever.
Time on three, kick.
Looking to pass. Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Red, yellow.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Black one.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins gonna take their 2nd timeout. That's gonna leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it. as we come up on a big third down. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Third down and 10.
Check.
They'll run left with Pollard. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And this one is right through. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Cowboys, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.